What is the story? How many people have been verified so far?
So far, we have verified more than 1,200 people.
1,200. And how many have you still got to verify?
In the streets that we've identified, because we identified about 7 streets, we are looking at less than 200 that we still have to do. But what we need to emphasize is that this is the first of the lot. It's the first 7 streets, and we're going to proceed and look at other streets where trading can happen. The intention really is to make sure that we bring back Joburg to East Glory days, so that pavements are walkable, shops are accessible, crime is reduced. So those are the intentions, and the city is generally clean. So we are trying to work at speed, because what happened on Monday, the messages were conflicting, were confusing the informal traders sector. When we said people who were trading in the 7 streets that were named, which is Hook, De Villiers, Wanderers, Albertina Sisulu, President, and what was the other one? Klein. People from other areas such as Yeoville, downtown GP, and people from other townships came through, and they flocked the system. So we went back to the leadership and said, no, people must be told correct messages that says, when we're focusing on a particular areas, only those people that are trading in those particular areas must come for verification.
Now, this is a clean-up campaign by the City of Johannesburg. Yeah. Why was this done in the first place?
The clean-up campaign for the city is very critical, because when we did the growth and development strategy of the City of Johannesburg, we went out and consulted with a variety of stakeholders, including informal traders, formal businesses, people that are using the city, and so forth. And people were saying to the city's leadership, why is our city so filthy? What is government doing to make sure that the city is livable, is clean, is healthy, and so forth? And we developed the strategy that said, in 2040, Johannesburg will be a world-class African city. And by so doing, you need programs, short-term, medium-term, and actions that would make sure that by the time we reach the objectives of the strategy, we have done a lot of work. So one of the interventions was a program called Clean Sweep. Clean Sweep was really meant to make sure that we bring back law and order in the CBD of Johannesburg.
So you're suggesting that there was unlawful trading on the streets of Johannesburg?
There was illegal trading. There was illegal use of buildings. There was general crime and grime. There was illegal use of public spaces. And there was also cars that, in terms of taxis, that are not roadworthy. So the program included impounding of cars, closing of illegal bars and taverns, closing of illegal businesses that are in a formal structure, removing illegal traders altogether. But what happened is that because trading happens in our face, and we needed to really scrap the pavements, because the pavement were filthy. Pavement had stains that you would not believe. There were areas that were smelly and so forth. So you needed to go clear the area so that you can allow the workforce to come in and do the work. So it included sewer, because what happens is that some of the traders, after trading, they go into a stormwater and throw the unused rubbish there. So when it rains, you couldn't walk in the CBD. So what we needed to do, we needed to clear the area so that we allow the workforce to come in, clear the stormwater drainage, clean the pavements, so that we do the verification and say, only those that are allowed to trade in the City of Johannesburg will trade. But they will not trade the way they used to trade, in a congested format. Because when it's congested, a lot can happen. When you're walking, somebody can pickpocket you. Somebody can snatch your grab and run. You need an orderly system. And we're saying, looking at the end result, it might not be desirable now, but looking at the end result, when it's workable and people can freely walk, it will definitely improve the businesses of those small businesses.
Now, you had registered traders as well as illegal traders.
Yes.
So does that mean that you had to throw the complete baby with the bath, water out of the bath?
That question has been asked several times. And the simple answer is that what happened is that the operation did not just happen from the boardroom, from the City of Johannesburg. The operations happened in consultation with the block leaders of the informal trading. And the block leaders are currently working with us in the verification process to say, we needed to clear the area, because what has happened, one of the block leader told me yesterday to say, we had challenges that when I'm trading here, somebody comes and put their things and I want to say, hey, go. They would threaten, there would be like death threats, for example. So for us to be able to effectively intervene, working with them, we said, no, let's clear the area, start afresh, and make sure that we do a correct thing that would be sustainable going forward, so that it allows easy access for law enforcement agencies as well.
Is there a timeline for the hawkers to be off the street and back on the street? Because yesterday or day before, when we had an interview with the Hawkers Association, they said now 35 days later, they're still not trading.
The first group that I'm talking about will be on the streets next week, Monday. But they will be allocated properly. People will be able to walk. People will be able to access shops around the vicinity of the trading. And it will allow us an opportunity to say, when we do urban management of the inner city, to allow workers that are going through the rounds, like pick it up, for example, when they have to come and take litter and so forth. In the past, it was not doable.
Thank you so much. That was Nthatisi Modingoane, from the spokesperson from the City of Johannesburg. Thank you so much for coming in to studio.
Thank you for the